to pull me under. She got everybody looking so shook. From the president to the common crook. I feel the pressure drop, drop when she come around. I feel my breath to stop, stop in my lungs now. She's turning everything upside down and the inside out. Well, I'm just trying to ride it out. I sit back, the pressure's dropping now. Hold tight, she's under and lightning. I sit back and fall right back to sleep. Hold tight, she's under and lightning. I sit tight, it's under and lightning. Hold tight, it's under and lightning. I sit tight, it's under and lightning. If you wanna start your stuff, then you're never gonna get enough. Give you all the time I've got. If you want to, then you can, but you're never gonna understand. You just can't connect the dots. Sit back, the pressure's dropping now. Hold tight, she's under lightning. I sit back and fall right back to sleep. Hold tight, she's under lightning. I sit tight, she's under lightning. Hold tight, she's under lightning. Hold tight, she's under lightning. Sit back, the pressure's dropping now. Hold tight, she's under lightning. Sit back and fall right back to sleep. Hold tight, she's under lightning. Sit tight, she's under lightning. Hold tight, she's under lightning. Sit tight, she's under lightning.
And there we go. Hey everybody, I'm Odin. It's D&D night. Day? It's something. We're doing this at some point. But hi, how's it going?
Hi.
Hello.
How are ya?
Below me you'll see the beautiful Tarfoon playing Zaros. Above me, the ever handsome Death Taylor playing Gem, the wonderful Fire Genasi druid. Oh, by the way, Zaros is an artificer wizard boy. And hidden in the shadows, you can just barely see the little silver slide of his blue shirt. Let me adjust that, actually. Drop that down a
They can
quarter of
tell
an
I'm
inch.
wearing blue. How
Oh,
dare!
no! That would be
It's all-
Amarok Undone playing Shax. Our stoic fighter that just does what he's told. Like a good
Indeed.
boy.
Partially.
Partially. Well, last we left this beautiful crew. These potential could-be heroes.
I don't know. I feel like we're heroes now. Well, Gem maybe not, but those two, they did their job. They're heroes.
They'll be heroes once the job is complete, or once they've earned some renown to be heroes themselves. But You had made your way through the Feywilds, guided by the kind-hearted and well-mannered Caleb, off to see the Gromley brothers at last. You delivered your package, watched them Frankenstein up a strange air elemental being who Caleb let you know was like himself and Felicity. You were then shown the massive fleet that the Gromley brothers have built in preparation for war, in preparation to assault and decimate the entirety of the Red Guard when the item that Tenchi has stolen away into the night
Dick.
What a jerk.
is used to teleport this army back to the material plane. You joined the Iron Flank Commandos in all of their power as they mourned and celebrated the lives of a crew that had passed. And then in that night, Tenchi stole away the item that you had come to retrieve, and with Caleb's assistance, traveled back through the Feywilds, left through the portal, and, to your knowledge, is on their way to see the demon again. And in the morning you were met with the note saying he had left and to enjoy your time here while you can. And then you met Jem, the colorful, vibrant, kind of bossy bitch. Because there's a difference between a boss bitch and a bossy bitch, because she was very demanding of people she didn't even know. But took you away on her airship where you met her crew, the haggard and, yes ma'am, fellas that were guiding her about the Feywilds on this airship. Besieged by a storm.
My airship.
Yeah, your airship.
My airship.
Besieged by a storm, two of the crew fell very ill to a strange spore that, through a complex and risky use of magic, you were all able to deal with and revive the crew. You were then given the view of the Alabaster City in all its splendor. When you arrived, you made your way through the streets as Jem took you to the fanciest district in the city, the Oaken Forge. Which sounds like it should just be a forge, but it's not. It's a whole ass district. Elves are weird, man.
Elves are weird.
But when you reached the strange tree spire blended inn, you discover that all of you have been robbed of your coin. So here, in the evening, roughly, we'll say about 8 at night, the sun has set and it is the dull purple of dusk. You've set back out into the city, where you are pretty sure in the bowl, you believe a group of children had bumped into you, and you think, maybe, just maybe, those little fuckers stole your money. And that is where we pick up, as you exit the spires of this inn and make your way out into the city. And with that, I'm going to share that image. This is the Alabaster City.
Ooh, pretty.
Very nice.
That is a large tree.
That's a tree right there.
Swap over here. Yes, yes it is. So, unfortunately, without the foundry, I can't cursor. Yes, unfortunately, we have technical difficulties because apps suck. Sorry, chat. But if you're looking, the Spired Hotel Inn that you're at, the southern part of the map where this bridge is that leads onto that main island, this little intersection here,
Mm-hmm.
that large spired building on the right-hand side of the road in the corner.
Gotcha.
That is where you are.
First building to the right of the South Bridge.
Correct. That's the one.
Got it.
So, The top right of the map, the very top right corner, that is the airship field where you entered. And you passed through the outer edge of this place along that street and cut in, and then came south more.
So we assume they're over by the airship area because it was in the outer ring that we had that issue.
Correct. So, how do you make your way back? Or where do you make your way at all?
Well, I think we decided that we were going to head back to the area where was it Zaros remembered? Was it Zaros?
Yeah, I think so.
Zaros did remember.
Remembered that we got bumped into by a bunch of street urchins, so we need to go get our stuff.
Okay. So you head back northeast along this main road, the road that travels along the edge of the Oak Forge. So, and I can explain to you that this rimmed area around the river here, that is all considered the Oak Forge that surround the Alabaster Towers. The bottom or middle, the two little neighborhoods just to the south, that is Raven's Orchard. And you know that the two western neighborhoods, that is the Barrow. The two right-hand sides, which is mostly just quote-unquote industrial, because I don't know a better way to describe it. It's artisans, herbalists. That right-hand side is all the shipyard. It's not a lot of good living condition. It's work. That is Samuel's Horn. And then the entire outer layer, all those buildings, the farmland, that is all considered the Bull.
Okay.
Alright, so you head back northeast towards the airship port. And go ahead and everybody who would like to try to roll me a perception check, unless you have other plans. You're just walking through the streets right now.
Are we still rolling at disadvantage because we have exhaustion?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we
Indeed.
are.
Amazing.
This will be fun.
This is still part of the same crappy day we've had.
You
Well,
have
I got a 16.
no, it's not
I got
bad.
him nat one, nat one. So, Shax is actually sleeping. He's
Say-
walking with you.
You said perception check, right?
Indeed,
Yep.
at disadvantage.
Right. So that's... Okay, there's something much worse. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, it's a straight roll for me. So I go with the first number. Because I have advantage on perception checks. So that would be a dirty 20.
Okay.
New character, who dis?
New character, who dis? Ain't that the way? So, with the dirty 20, as you are heading back along those streets, let me get a bigger image of this up so I can actually pay attention to things. There we go. I actually have an image I can move and zoom in on. You exit out into that crossroads there and head back northeast along. And Jem, you notice this, and Zara a little bit too, as you walk past this on the right hand side, that set of spires there with the bridges spanning across them. There is like a smell of ozone just permeating this area, this space around these towers. Let me see, Zaros. Because I don't think this is something that is in Gem's repertoire, but I think Zaros has it. Zaros, do you have any lightning spells?
I believe so. I've got at least one, two.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yes, as you're passing this space, it is that same just
Oh, yeah, no,
ozone scent.
I have lightning. I have lightning spells.
Do you? Then you both
Yep.
recognize this strongly as the smell that comes with arcane lightning just renting the atmosphere around it. It is. It's gonna sound weird, but with a dirty 20, it smells strong, like strong lightning magic.
Interesting.
Yes. But if you don't stop to investigate on that, you continue further north.
So we'll come back to that. But the amount of money that Zaros has been robbed of is takes precedent.
Yes. You continue, and as you pass the next set of streets, as you get towards this water over here, there's that ozone scent is replaced with just an acrid, just gross smell. Different mixtures of herbs and chemicals that is unpleasant. And then you move back along north towards the airship fields. No sign of any children here.
Is this where you remember seeing them, Zaros?
I believe so. It is slightly difficult.
I know you're not used to the area. I get that, but it's just need to find them. Even if I have to burn the city down, we have to find them.
We'll
You
say,
remember what direction they went?
roll me a history check.
Okay. Okay, not awful. History. Okay, actually decent. 18.
18. You guys were heading south, and they hit you from behind, so you are fairly certain that they continued south.
Okay. I believe they went south.
Well, let's head that way. Keep our eyes peeled and see if we can find some street urchins to cook.
Aggressive.
No one steals my money.
Okay. So, as you head south, the streets are fairly bare. There's not a whole lot of people floating around at this time of night. In the Oak Forge district, there were more people. There's taverns and inns, and it's a very well-to-do place, so there was lots of hustle and bustle. Out here, it's more... These houses are... I mean, I can only do so much with a app, but they are basically, a lot of them are built into trees, have trees growing out of them. It is a little shambly. It's not as bad as like the slums you'd seen in Baldur's Gate or Waterdeep. Like, it still seems to be built into nature comfortably, but it's just more small homes on this edge. And you do start to notice that there are like those dilapidated, like spiry buildings that are lots of tented things, which you, as you pass through, you're starting to see there's no elves here. These are mortal races. Humans. Dwarves. Orcs, half-orcs. You're getting the feeling, and Gem, you know this, the bowl didn't always exist.
Yeah.
The bowl has become the adapted hybrid living of the mortal races that fled from the material plane. They kind of squatted here, and the governing body of the Alabaster City has allowed it. And some elves have, out of interest and whims, have moved in and started to associate with the mortals. But still no sign of children. There's a few people wandering about.
Do I remember anything of what the kids might have looked like? Anything that kind of stood out at all when they had bumped into us? So I can like ask around if anyone's seen anyone like that.
Also, Death. Would Jem know of like any guards or anything in this area? Anybody who patrols that would say, "Yeah, I saw some annoying urchins over there a while back."
I do not know. Would Jem know the guards well enough to be able to do that?
I mean, you're on a first name basis with a lot of guards, but
Right.
the city has guards. You know that they are more like a ranger-esque thing. They don't just patrol in armor like they do in mortal cities. This is
Right.
built in with the forest, but they are present and around if you can find them, or if you ask
Would
well
I-
enough.
Would I know where they like to hang out? At least one.
You would know. Where did I put it? There it is. On the bottom right side of the Raven's Orchard. That small building in the right-hand corner by, like, the serpentined road.
Yeah.
You know that is a quote-unquote guard's barracks. It is a Griffin's Tower, because there are Griffin riders here.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to deal with the gods to find these urchins, but I do know where the guards' barracks are. Maybe we can go have a conversation, see if they can help know who we're talking about or where they like to hide out.
Well, it is a better solution than wandering around until we find them.
With the amount of money that was lost, I imagine the gods would be somewhat interested.
One would hope, and not just ignored because we're in the bowl.
Oh,
Fine, let's go. I will guide them towards the guards' barracks.
Okay.
If you see any guards on the way, I'll grab one instead. But
You walk for about 15 minutes. Those are large chunks. This is a big city. It sprawls for, I think it's a couple miles across. But about 15 minutes you get down towards that, and as you come up to this, it is just this massive blended tree spire, and built into the canopy is large roofed platforms. Think Kashyyyk. It is very much just one of those. Like, there's three. So there's one very high up at the top off of a bough, one that comes and just goes around the entire trunk of the tree, slightly lower, and then one higher than both of those on the right. And they're probably about, the two that are around boughs are probably like 50 or 60 feet across in every direction each. And there's a stairway carved right into the tree trunk that actually goes up and around.
is there a guard out front, or
There is not.
there's not? I will. Well, we're here. Might as well knock. I will. I'm assuming it's the stairway all the way up to the main structure. I will I'll start heading my way up that way.
Okay. And you
Yep,
make your way
just
up.
follow.
And when you get to the top, it Like, you are literally like in like a tunnel essentially of the tree that carves all the way up, and once you get there to the top where it comes out onto a landing, there is actually what looks like a small portcullis, but just like doorway sized, and made entirely of vines and tree branches. Just it seems alive. Knock, and you hear a voice go, "Hello," and walking around the corner, there is a high elf, blonde hair tied up into a tight, like slightly off to the side bun with a couple of braids coming down the right hand side, long ears, wearing a leather cuirass, just mixed with browns and greens. Very, you can tell that if they were in nature, wouldn't see them.
Yep.
They are built with a very natural camouflage. The elf steps up, non-binary. Can I help you?
Yes. We were robbed
Rubbed.
in the bowl.
And you watch they just kind of...
Yeah. Making our way from the airship docks, and yes, some street urchins came up, nabbed our coin, and we had not noticed till we reached for it.
Street urchins. How much gold? Money.
I kind of gesture to the white crest symbol on my suit. A fair amount.
They see your symbol, and you watch their demeanor change very rapidly to shock, tinge of fear, then a splash of annoyance, and then back to passive all at once. Disciple of Whitecrest, you chose a very poor time to be in the city. Alright. You said urchins. Let's see. You should. And they kind of rack their brain for a minute. And they go see Vidania. She'll know.
Do I know Vidania?
You know Vidania. Vidania owns the herbalism and potion shop that you passed that had the incredibly acrid smell pouring out of it.
Splendid. That's the way we came, I guess.
Yes. And Disciple, as you walk away, get your business done quickly and leave.
What is going on?
House Centenari has come to the city. The courts are meeting on the Isle. Your kind is in danger at the time.
The heads up is much appreciated. Thank
I
you.
just don't want war in my city.
I was born and raised here. I don't shit where I eat.
Safe travels. And they kind of turn and walk away.
Well, that's fun. Let's go get our money and get the hell out of here. Shall we?
House Centenari. Not friends of yours, I take it.
No, not in the slightest. That's gonna be fun. We'll deal with that later. Let's go speak to the crazy lady.
So, do you know that it's quite literally on the other end of this little serpentine road, maybe a 10-minute walk from where you are? Convenient.
Weird. It's like the DM laid out a path for us to take.
I would never do that.
Never.
Oh, no. Alright, so you head that way, and I'm going to probably butcher this, but we're gonna try.
Lovely melody.
Yes. So, as you make your way there, the scent really starts to hit you again. Just this acrid, toxic smell. And you see this, again, built into a tree, but there's a hit more stone and industrial life here in this one. Nice, smooth blend of stone pillars that hold up a hut that is built set into this tree. So the tree kind of goes up the middle, and the roof flares out around the trunk. It's not a big tree, and there are stone pillars that hold up the roof around it. And you see, as you can probably tell, there's lots of greenery growing all around it, and it is just an abundant amount of every manner of plant you could imagine, just in a very permaculture-y garden. There's just bushes, vines growing all together. It's beautiful. And you're fairly certain you can see quite a few poisonous plants there, Jem. But that
Amazing.
doesn't shock you because you
Big
have
surprise.
met Vidania. Do you walk
I
up?
will walk up to the door, knock. Dania.
You hear a language you don't recognize, kind of just muttering. It's the I've been interrupted and now I'm swearing. You can get that sense from it.
Yep.
And then the door is yanked open, and standing in front of you is a very tall, I'm going to butcher saying this, but a Githyanki.
Yeah, no, you said that right.
Cool.
I
With fluorescent green hair that is just standing up in every possible direction. It's like Einstein hair, just everywhere. The sunken, slitted nose, vibrant purple eyes with vertical slits, and a very forced smile. Vidania goes, Jem, why are you here so late?
Pleasure to see you too, love.
Darling, I'm working.
You're always working.
Yes, but it's night. It's important work.
I am terribly sorry to intrude on whatever it is that you may have broken.
Fine. Come, and bring them as well. Come. And she spins around and strides back into the building.
As she strides away, I turn back to the group and try to whisper under my breath, touch nothing, it may kill you.
Good to know.
Understood.
She loves poisons, just sometimes it gets everywhere. Just don't touch anything.
and try not to breathe.
Yeah.
And as you walk in, it is pungent. That acrid smell has soured inside this building, and it is standing room only. There, as you walk in, you are in a around. You can see the trunk of the tree, and all on the ceiling there are hooks holding all kinds of dried herbs. There are plants growing in here. In fact, as you walk in, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from everybody. Jem, you can make it an advantage because you know it's there.
Fantastic.
Great.
Are saves also being made at disadvantage right now?
No, just checks. I believe.
No.
I'm not great at these, so let's see how it goes.
I got a natural 20.
All right.
Nice. I got a 16.
I
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 23 in total.
Excellent. 23,
14.
a 16, and a 14. Okay. So, Jem, you walk in first, and right beside the door, there is a large cacti-looking plant. except growing out of the bottom of the pot is tendrils with more thorns from the cacti, and it tries to wrap its tendril around your hand, and you bat it off, and Zaros, you see it coming, and you duck, and the thing wraps around Shax's throat. Shax, you are going to take 3 points of piercing damage and 2 points of poison damage.
Darling, your pet.
Out. She walks over and just palms it and unwraps it. She goes, "Don't touch! Don't touch!"
Thought you had that thing under control. We used to seem that way last time.
I do have it under control, just because you cannot avoid it. It does exactly as it's
I
supposed
beg
to.
differ.
You're fine. Well, hold on. Shax, do you have your helmet on?
Yes.
Lift your helmet, dear. Come on.
He like lifts it up just enough to expose like the area that got touched by it.
She kind of like doesn't pull like finger and like lifts your chin and is examining your neck. And Jem, with your passive perception, you could see the small pierced holes in the side of Shax's neck. There is trails of green kind of spreading out a little bit. Not
Do you
good.
fix that, please?
Yes.
I can't have him dying on me before the job's done.
She spits on her hand and just rubs it in to your wounds.
Yum.
And it immediately recedes.
Thank you, dear.
Am I going to die still?
No, you'll
No,
be fine.
you'll be fine now.
Give Yankee saliva. It's a beautiful thing. And just turns around and keeps walking back.
Helmet slips back on.
Sorry, I forgot about the plant.
I won't. Any other surprises we should be aware of in here?
I don't know. She's probably added things since I've been here last.
That's it, Jem. You know everything. Like nothing in here is safe.
Yeah.
Especially not at night when she is just doing her work. During the day, she takes customers on occasion. And as you're looking, there are, like I said, dried plants and herbs all along the ceiling of this place. Like, you can't see wood above you. It is all foliage. But there are desks and cabinets everywhere, overflowing scrolls, books. There is beakers and tubes. This is a mad scientist's laboratory just shoved into the trunk of a tree.
This is literally Jumanji.
Yes. Yeah, think the scene in Jumanji when all the plants start to break and take over the house. That's what you're looking at in here. There's thorned vines. You see nightshade, and growing along with that nightshade, you see different nightshade plants that are different colors but still the exact same shape. It is a jungle of what you can only assume is different poisonous plants. And Vidania walks back to one of the counters that is actually carved out of the trunk of the tree with stones that line above it and casting a pale blue light over this workstation. And then she is mixing different vials and all that. And she goes, "Now, what do you want, Jem, dear? What?
Well, I heard through the ivy vines that you would know of some street urchins that like to pick pockets
There's many street urchins who like to pick pockets.
in the bowl, specifically by the airship docks.
In the bowl, airship dogs.
Maybe very excited of late because they got their hands on something they shouldn't have.
Ah. Little Ivan. He came by, bought some sweets. Said he was going to get his sister back.
Got
And
his
she picks up
sister
a
back.
bag and shakes a leather bag. And then puts it back down.
You think they'd be smart enough not to come to you for sweets?
I'm the only
Half that
one.
bag is gonna kill you.
That's the point, dear. They're puking candies. He's going to give them to his sister, and she's going to puke because she put itching powder in his pants last week.
You incite this. You know this.
Nice.
You must have fun, dear. Get them excited about these things now, and they'll take over one day in the future. I'm not going to be around forever. Well, maybe not. We'll see.
Where can we find him?
Where? What time is it?
Wait.
It's closer to 9. Late. Ivan B. Where? Oh, of course. He will be seeing Grigori right now. And once he sees Grigori, you're not going to see your money again. Grigori will make your money disappear.
Do I know Grigori?
You do not know Grigori.
Who is Grigori?
You don't know who Grigori is. Dear, how long have you lived in this city?
I've lived here my entire life, but that does not mean I hang out in the bowl.
Mind yourself. Many of your kind live in the bowl. Remember that, dear. This
Yeah,
is an
they're not
elvish
going to
city. They don't like us that much. Racist bastards.
Back to the matter at hand.
Of course. Inn of the Loud Satyr. Go there in the bowl. Grigori will be playing dice. He uses the urchins to make himself some money. He thinks he'll be well-to-do once he gets back to the material plane. And mind his dice.
If you said that they're going to disappear, I assume they're loaded.
That's a word for it.
Oh, great. What has he
Loaded
done?
with what?
Yes, loaded with what?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Flat roll 10.
10.
Hold on. I'm going to. I believe I still have 2 of them left from last time. I'm going to. What's it called? Flash of Genius. So it adds 4 to it.
I think this is your last one. I think. For the day.
Okay, maybe save
Uh,
those.
Since I got 2 more in my character sheet. Unless I
How many do you
black
get
one.
per day?
I have
I remember
4.
using. Yeah,
I
know you
remember
used
using
it.
2 before.
Yeah, so alright, sounds good to me. Dos Mas, so you got 1 to go.
Yeah, we got 1 left for today.
Alright, so 14. Medania is still turning, just mixing all kinds of beakers, and she turns around and I need a hold on. Your passive perception is 19, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I need a dex save.
Holy crap.
Druids.
Oh, druids with
Insane.
with sentinel shields.
Yeah. And you rolled really well for your character. It was nice.
I did roll really well for this character. Sorry, what was it? It was a dexterity.
save. Yeah.
Dex save. 18.
18.
Okay.
Uh, Vidania turns around with like one of those like big beakers in her hand, and like a sludge like substance in it. Takes out a spoon and shoves it in your mouth.
So the dex save was to try to avoid that.
It was, and you failed.
I got an 18.
I
How did
rolled. I
fail?
rolled for it.
Try to spit it up as fast as I possibly can.
As she puts the spoon in your mouth, this like gray globule substance hits your tongue, and it tastes sweet. kind of like it tastes like a chocolate
Like
chip cookie.
antifreeze.
No, tastes like a chocolate chip cookie.
Like antifreeze.
It tastes sweet. Okay. I still spit it up because I don't trust that it's not poison. It's going to do something weird.
Why would you spit this up? Come on, this is fucking expensive.
Then ask. Don't just shove it in somebody's mouth. Especially somebody that knows you.
You know me, so you should trust me. I've never done anything
Why?
to hurt you. Ever.
This entire room could kill us 20 times over.
It could, but not me. Well, I could, but if I wanted to, you'd be dead already. Jesus. Now, come, take it.
Why? What is it?
It's delicious.
Fine, I'll strike a deal with you. Tell me about his dice.
I will. Now open up.
No. Then I try it.
You're a coward, dear. You know that, right?
No, I'm smart. And I know you.
His dice are loaded with chaos. Powerful, dangerous magic.
He has wild magic in his dice.
It's more complicated than that. Regular dice, his stone dice, fine. But if he brings out his wooden dice, don't play. Unless
no.
you're feeling brave.
That's fair information. Fine. I will like the little kid that tries something but barely tries it, gets like the tiniest bit of the spoon into their mouth.
Good. Enjoy. And she then takes a spoonful and eats it. It's dinner.
What is it? It looks interesting, to say the very
I-
least.
Discovered a way to, this is wonderful, utilize gelatinous cubes and mix them with flavors. They procreate, well, they don't procreate, but they, you know, they just make more. It's endless. And I found ways to fuse them with nutrients. And I've just been working on flavoring them. How does it taste?
It tastes delicious, but now I'm also terrified that you're going to literally have something in my stomach that's going to eat away my stomach.
No, I've been eating this for days.
That doesn't help.
It's perfectly safe. And if I get this right and get it to taste like different things, it's an endless food supply.
Fine, it's brilliant. But where are you housing a gelatinous cube to be able to deal with this
She
without
points.
the gods? Ah, God.
She points, and there's the large door set into the actual trunk of the tree. In my bedroom.
What?
In my bedroom.
Where else am I going to keep a gelatinous cube?
You don't keep a gelatinous cube.
For my work, you do.
I do think that is the best idea, not keeping a gelatinous cube.
He makes sense. You're insane.
Try this. And she
this is
holds it up to you,
I-
Shax.
I point to the spoon. This is brilliant. You're insane.
Of course.
Shax like holds his helmet down.
Cowards, the lot of you. Will you try it? And she points at you, Zaros.
He kind of just ponders for a second. I'll give it a try.
Excellent. She hands you the spoon. And then once you try it, just roll a d6. This is not anything that's going to hurt you, I promise.
I got a 3.
All right. What is your favorite sweet food?
Chocolate chip ice cream.
That's what it tastes like. And she asks, what does it taste like?
Well, it tastes like mint chocolate chip ice cream.
All right. We're getting there. Theme of chocolate seems to be staying. Damn.
It's not entirely a bad thing.
Not too bad. Very sweet.
Well, it's supposed to change flavors depending on who eats it. It's supposed to. And she holds up a small, like, think Beauty and the Beast, the rose thing, and there's a blue flower, and it looks kind of like a lily, but you also see more tendrils growing out of the bottom of this one. This is a beautiful little creation here in the Feywilds, and it simulates flavors people enjoy, but I can't seem to shake. Everybody thinks chocolate, but I don't always want it to taste like chocolate. Sometimes it needs to taste like meat. Sometimes people crave meat, but everybody who's tried this, it always has a chocolate to it. Curious. Jem, dear,
My
when are you
dear.
going back out into the wilds?
Oh god. We find the urchins, get our things back, get a night's rest, pick up some supplies. We should be gone by midday tomorrow at the latest.
Perfect. Now, Jem, dear, would you do Vidania a favor? Please.
No.
Come.
But you can pay for it.
I'll
What do you
give you a
want?
jar of this. Of course.
What do you want?
To the east of here, there's a little nook. There's a certain Spriggan, bastard he really is, but he grows the most fabulous flowers. That's where I got this. He grows very unique flowers. Never seen them before. He's got a talent for it, and he might have something that could alter this.
Did you steal it?
I would never.
You did, didn't you?
No, I hired someone to bring it to me. I don't know how they got it, but I
You
didn't
stole
steal
it.
anything. I stole nothing.
You hired somebody to steal it.
I did not hire anybody to steal it. I asked them to do exactly what I'm asking you to do. Go to this Spriggan's Grove, get me a plant. The plant you'll be looking for, it's black with purple spots. Looks just like this, like a lily. You can ask, you can give him things, I don't care.
If we're paying for this...
I'll reimburse
What
you,
are
of
you
course,
paying?
I'll reimburse you.
With what? Your trades are always interesting.
We'll work something out when you get back. It depends on what it takes to get this.
Fine, I'll see what we can do.
You're such a
No
PhD.
promises.
Oh, well, a promise made is a promise kept, and a promise broken is a death sentence.
That's why I'm not promising.
You're a smart girl. I love you.
Love you too.
Yes. Now, mind the plant on your way out. You tall one. Be careful.
And Shax like hugs the wall opposite of the plant as they make their way out, like
As
he's
you go to-
shimmying.
As you go to
avoid it.
lean towards the wall, don't touch the wall.
Why is
Don't
nothing
touch the
is
wall.
safe?
Because she works here.
I resemble that mark, dear.
Yes, you do.
Good luck. And remember,
Thanks.
no wooden dice.
No wooden dice. Thank you for the info, dear.
Good luck.
I'll make my way out. Sentinel shield up onto the side of the of where the plant is.
All right. It does. It latches out and smacks it, but then withdraws because it finds no purchase on flesh. And you're able to exit out into the nighttime again. And roll me a history check, please. This is a simple one.
Just Jim.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. A lot of me on this one because I know the area.
Oh no, I figured.
You're
13.
13. Yeah, good enough. You
Wasn't
know that the Loud Satyr Inn is this purple building on the corner down in the center south.
Well, I didn't intend for this to be a tour of the city, but hey, here we are. We're going to an inn. Is it in the bowl?
Mhm.
It's in the bowl. Yeah. We're going to an inn in the bowl. Hold your nose. I say keep your point purses close, but we don't have those anymore. Just stick with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay close and keep a sharper eye out.
Okay.
You
Make
see-
a perception check.
You see like radiating heat just flowing off as like Jem gets more frustrated by the situation.
Yep. paying super attention. I got a 2.
Okay.
Amazing.
I will say, Shax and Zaros, you notice it, and Jem probably doesn't think anything of it though. As you're walking through the bowl, this is just, it's like a town, just a regular town that either of you have been in or would live in. This place that seems to get a very wretched reputation here from what you've experienced so far with her interactions with other people.
Yeah,
It's just
a normal town.
a normal town for you guys. There's definitely the air of disrepair about, but this is something, especially you Shax, who have traveled in the south of the Sword Coast. This is, you have stayed in towns like this on many occasions.
And I have been to. I have helped take care of people in villages that were scrapped together from whatever they could find. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is probably actually a fairly nice place as far as
Yeah,
Max's experience goes.
you recognize this, I'm gonna say magic and engineering of melding buildings with trees. This is a very common practice in the high forest where you're from. This is a little shoddier done, because you know that in the high forest, in your home, if the village doesn't want to be seen, it will not be.
Yep.
This has a little bit more human touch to it, a little bit more building than just tree, but there's a standard hybrid of that here.
Gotcha.
But you make your way to the Loud Satyr Inn, and as you approach, oh boy, does it live up to its name. The hustle
loud.
and bustle and music is blaring from the outside, and you see there is a lit courtyard leading up to it that has stone tabletops and benches, and floating all around the outside, it would seem like tea lights, except they're moving, and as you get closer you realize it's fairies just flying and keeping the place alight, zooming down and sitting on patrons' shoulders and heads, sitting on glasses and tables, and just interacting with all the patrons here. And boy, is it a smorgasbord of people. There's probably 15 people just perusing about this outside courtyard leading up to the entrance of this massive, staggered 3-story inn. And it is built very much so like, the best I can say, like, think Codename Kid Next Door. It is like jutting, like, barn-like buildings, 3 of them coming off of this tree at different angles, with a massive staircase that leads up and then melds into the actual tree trunk and splits off into the 3 different buildings that come off of the boughs of this tree. And it is just music and song, dance, life, laughter just pouring from this place.
DM, would this be a place that I would normally find Mom hanging out?
Never seen her here in particular, but
Okay.
definitely her scene.
Yeah. Do I know if she's home?
When's the last time you were home?
Probably about a month ago.
You know the 2 of you left on a job at similar times. There's a chance she could be back by now. Or
Okay.
due back soon.
Okay. Well, welcome to the rowdiest place in the bowl. Or at least one of them. You'll probably blend in better here than I will. Better yet, I'll go into my bag. I'll pull out a, it's not dirty, because no one would never allow me to have something dirty, but it is a more weathered cloak. And I will, like, kind of toss that over my garb.
Okay.
Kind of blend in a little bit more.
Gotcha. Alright. So, do you make your way in?
Let's go in.
Okay, so you walk up the steps, and after about 30 feet up, it splits three ways. One continues straight up, and you see that it enters into a trapdoor looking entrance of a building that is now extending over the top of you, or it goes, the stairs cut along the two tree boughs into regular side entrance doors to the two rectangular buildings that jut out in a northeastern and a southeastern direction. Where do you go?
Are they marked?
Nope.
Should we ask where the games are?
That would probably be the most reasonable thing to do. Yes.
Yeah, you did pass like 15 people just kind of meandering the courtyard as you're walking through and up the steps.
Okay.
So you ask somebody?
Yeah, let's ask somebody.
May as
We
well.
can't buy a drink.
No, we can't. But if they think we have money to spend, they'll send us towards the games.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just walk up to one of the stone tables down at the bottom of the steps, and there's just a red-haired, freckled human male just kind of leaning there, flagon of ale in his hands, very, very sun-weathered and tanned, with the really dark freckles just like one of those everywhere. Shoulders, arms, full face, just freckled. Just kind of lounging back, just sipping on his flagon. Yes?
Oh, hello, good sir. Are we looking for the games? Dice, if possible.
Dice. Well, I mean, I'm no good at dice, but I just got paid, so I'd be willing to play a game of dice with you.
We're more looking for. I can't remember his name.
Grigori.
We're more looking for Grigori.
Grigori. I don't know a Grigori. You looking for the fellow in the top hat?
It seems likely.
Alright. I think he's in that one. And he points to the one that is to the left.
Thank you very much, good sir.
Ah, cheers. Good luck with your dice.
Enjoy your ale.
And takes a deep swig.
All right, we have a direction.
Onward.
Alright.
So who's going to play dice?
Oh, none of us. We're gonna find the little runt and grab him.
Okay.
Violent. So you make your way back up the stairs and bang left. And it looks, as you're walking up to these buildings, not being under them, they have the aesthetic of a gypsy wagon, but the size of a bus. Just melded into these trees. Vibrant purples and turquoise and teal colors just splayed everywhere. More fairies flying around all over the place, just lighting this tree. It is like a weird, bizarre Christmas tree with ornaments hanging all over the place.
It's loud more than just the noise way.
Yes. And the door is heavy and carved from some deep, deep wood with a stained glass pane right in the center, displaying a dancing satyr. And as you enter, it is all still carved purely from wood, and there's a large horseshoe bar that takes up the back third of the room along one wall. And just before it, there is a fireplace. Full hearth blazing, high tops from end to end on the left-hand side, and low tables on the right-hand side leading up to the fireplace. And this place is loaded up with patrons. The back half where the bar is, standing room only. People are packed in there, shouting drink orders, and you see there are 3 satyrs behind the bar serving up drinks.
There it is.
And at the
Which one's the
table-
loud one?
You want to go and ask?
Can observe from a distance.
I'm gonna say if they're loud, we don't have to get close to know.
It's true.
Sure.
So, as you enter and take all this in, you notice someone in a top hat sitting at the table closest to the fireplace, because you'd love that cinematic cliche,
Mm-hmm.
playing dice with 3 people sitting flanking the table on the opposite side of them, wearing a bright green and yellow suit with top hat to match, and just laughing. Deep, like ebony skin, flawless, big smile on his face as he rolls away and goes, "Ah, looks like I win. Damn. Who would like to go another round? Win your money back?" You see 2 of the patrons just kind of grumble and get up and walk away. The other one, all right. Got a week's pay staked on this. Let's go. And they start to deal dice again.
Do we see kids
No.
anywhere?
No perception check needed. Not a child in this place.
Hmm.
It's a bar.
Probably as it should be.
There's
Yeah.
a bar, but maybe the urchins are beside him or something.
Nope.
That's just wondering. Keep your eyes out for the ones we're looking for. Are either of you good at gambling?
Absolutely not.
I can manage. Obviously, we don't have any money, but I may have.
Looking for things to wager.
I might have an item that.
Don't wager anything big. They're not. that's not what's-
Something very interesting no one here would find, but lots of people would be very interested in.
Nothing worth too much. Otherwise, you're showing
No.
your hand.
It's
That's
more meaningful to lots of people.
What is it?
I'll reach into.
Don't pull it out. Just tell me what it is.
Well, it's a certain necklace from a faction we hate.
Oh shit. Yeah, true.
That may be worth something here as contraband paraphernalia, and you could find that kind of thing here. It's worth a shot.
Why do we need to gamble to get our own money back? Also, are you sure you trust the crazy poison lady? It does not seem like the place that children would spend time.
I trust her. She's insane, but she never lies to me. At least, not outright. She'll omit some things on occasion, but never outright lies to me. So I do trust her. And it is common practice in some places to have goons, in a sense, and children can get away with a lot more and can hide a lot easier. Sometimes it's good to have them in your employ. From what I've been told, at least.
Very
But
well.
he's not going to give up information on his own. So we may need to play to be able to gamble something, to be able to get something back. Not sure. But before we address him directly, let's look around, see what we can see. See if we can find anywhere where, or anyone who heard of where the kids are with that much money. They might have.
Word might have gotten around.
And drunken stories are always good information.
Okay, so what you guys gonna do? Just gonna meander about the bar and try and listen, try to talk to people, Gonna get drinks.
I'm
to
gonna
get
try
drinks.
to hang around the gambling area for a little bit, kind of like try to pick up anything or to see if anyone like might like because they're like winning or they've been drinking might drop a little bit of information that they like don't actually want to talk about, and then I might gamble after that.
Okay, you're doing
Well-
that.
What was the kid's name again?
Ivan.
Ivan. I'm combing the bar for anything that looks like I'm looking for any signs of these kids, whether or not they're little holes in the wall where they could like scurry in and out of, or listening to stories of possibly kids stealing things or something along those lines.
Okay, and what
I'm
does
just
Shax do?
meandering.
Are there any spots along the wall that I can just lean up against and watch? Because Shax does not know what to do in this situation. He's not a gambling person. He's not much of a drinking person. And we have no coin anyway. So he's just going to keep a lookout just in case something interesting happens. Try
Yeah.
to keep an eye on both of his compatriots.
There is one space that you can see about a third of the way down the room on the left-hand side between the high tops that would accommodate you and not be bumping shoulders with a bunch of people. Placed fairly parallel with this green and yellow suited individual.
Like close to him? But
Basically directly across the room from him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
this
no, that
this
works.
room is more thin and long. It's, if I had to say, it's probably like 2 bus widths wide and about the length of a bus, maybe a little bit longer.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Shax will post up there and just keep an eye on his friends, see if they're looking for help from him for something, and just see what's going on in the room. It's a mix of people watching, just trying to get an idea for how these people work, and keeping an eye out for trouble, seeing if he's needed for anything.
Alright,
Shax
trying to be
is
inconspicuous.
as much as he can. He's still in full armor, and he's not a subtle figure. So he's not like yelling and saying hello to people as he crosses the room, but he's going over and he's leaning up against the wall and he's just watching. He's not trying to make small talk with anyone. He's trying to exist is basically where he's at.
Not quite on
This
the
is-
level of Kronk's theme song.
Yes.
Alright, so first, give me just a general charisma check just to see if you can just kind of blend into the crowd. And then give me a perception
Okay.
check.
All at disadvantage.
Yes. Jim.
That charisma check was a 3 on the die, so crap.
Okay.
Perception is 10.
Okay. Noted. Jim, perception check.
Perception. 18.
18. Okay. Zaros, are you
Mm.
trying to be inconspicuous as you meander through the gambling tables? There's about 5 of them, by the way. They're kind of like in a staggered set, 3 close to the wall, 2 more so out towards the center of the room.
Oh, a little bit, yeah. I'm gonna try to not be seen as much.
Okay. You can give me a either charisma or stealth.
Well, let's see what I'm better at. I'll do stealth. Okay. 13.
13 on stealth. All right, and then give me on this either a perception or an insight check.
That'll be insight. Okay. 16.
16. Okay. And then you went with insight, you said?
Yeah, I went with insight.
All right. I'll say you do not draw any attention. You blend in nice and easily, and you're even able to just swipe a kind of like a half-drunk ale, something, a tankard of some alcoholic beverage
Sort.
off a table, and just get a
Okay.
drink in your hands, and you just kind of blend in, and you put on that little air of I've had a good time,
Yeah.
and you meander
Okay.
through, and you notice that at the third table up, so 2 over from this gentleman, there is definitely an individual who has been a little down on their luck and is slurring quite a bit, and has been, in this time as you've meandered through, has lost a few rounds of cards to multiple people. People just kind of cycle through, seem to sit with him, kind of picking up the same thing you're picking up. This fella's been losing, and they're taking advantage of that. So you're able to make your way over to them, and they're good and intoxicated, and definitely down on their luck. So
Yeah.
ripe for possibly loosen the tongue or being able to bribe in some kind of way.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go up to them and ask if they want to play, and I'll try to pawn off something kind of smaller to begin with. So like I've got actually I have just an old ring. I'll try to put up for equal just a little bit of money, so I can try to maybe play some games without using pawning off an item.
All right, sure. You hold up just a nice like brass or silver ring, and offer and this just real scruffy like patchy beard, sandy blonde hair, and just deeply tanned, freckled. Clearly, you've spent a lot of time outside, just, rough linen clothes. And just, yeah, all right. Luck's got to turn around eventually. Sure, sit down. Let's have a go.
Okay.
And so, for purposes of this, are you gonna actually play, or are you just gonna try and pump this fella for information?
I'm gonna do a little bit of both if I can. Like I'm gonna play a little bit, but more focus on the information.
Okay. So you guys strike up a conversation. For the fun purposes of this, we will play a little bit. So
Yeah.
roll 2 d10s. These are just considered 10s. It's not rolling for d100s. So just
Yeah.
add up the numbers separately to see what they are.
Okay.
8.
I got an 8 and a 9.
Okay, so that would be 17. We are playing 21. So you're
Okay.
trying to get blackjack.
Yeah,
He
okay.
rolled an 8 and an 8, so you had a 16. So you can choose to hit or stay there to try and be close. I think it's whoever's closest to 21.
Yeah,
Yeah, whoever's
it's
close.
yeah closest without going over.
Yeah, and you can add more.
What I have a 9 and an 8.
Yeah, you got 17, so you got, what is that, 4? You can, if you get a 4, you get it right on the money. Anything above a 4, you lose.
Yeah. I'll roll it again.
He is going to as well.
I got a 4.
He got a 5. Swear to God.
So both 21.
Both 21s was tying. He
Nice.
laughs. He goes, I knew it. Luck's turning around. All right. And he starts to get into it, and you guys play a few
Yeah.
more hands, and you win a couple gold off of him. He wins a couple back. It moves for a little while, and then you can start to pump him for information.
Well, it's been quite a night. Have you heard anything interesting lately?
Oh, really? I mean, I got those damn the courts meeting here. These elvish folks in their costumes, and so us down here in the bulge just trying to stay out of the way. Don't want to get involved.
Oh yeah.
Damn war on the horizon. People hating that. God. That vote next week decides all our fates, I guess. So, people here just trying to drink away their worries.
I heard a rumor of some kid found lots of money today.
Found lots of money.
Yeah, like I guess someone forgot it at a store and they nabbed it, and it was like hundreds of platinum.
Jesus. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
And as you do that, Shax, you incredibly inconspicuous man, as you
No, I'm not.
leaned across and are just kind of looking over, watching Zaros gamble, watching Gem slide through the crowd, you notice that the green and yellow suited man no longer has anybody at his table, and he's leaned back, and he's looking at you and smiling.
As I'm looking back and forth, I see him looking at me. I give him a nod and just continue scanning. If he wants to have a chat with me, he can come over and have a chat with me.
Power move.
Shaxy waxy. Zaros, what'd you get?
I got a 16.
Okay. For sake of brevity, this drunken man has never heard about that. Goes on to say, damn, I wish I had that kind of money. That
Yeah.
would be amazing. Blah, blah, blah. I've lost my whole week's pay this fucking night. Yada, yada, yada. Goes on and on and on. This man is very down on his luck and very deep in his cup. Gem,
Aye.
as you idle your way through on an 18 perception, I believe you got.
Yeah, one less than my passive.
No kids here. There are nowhere. You have now walked this building of the tavern end to end. Nothing. No word reaches you about it, but you do hear more whispers. Can't believe the Antianari are here. Is the rest of the Unseelie going to come? I heard one of the members of the Sealy Corps showed up last week, too. Heard a few more coming. Can't believe this. All of our fates, everything riding on this. Fucking riots in the street yesterday. Lots of that
Yeah.
flowing about. And then as
People
you...
worried about what's coming up.
Yes. And as you loop back and double around to the coming back where you started, you have now clocked that man in the top hat is locked on Shax. Not aggressive. He's just all smiles. He actually puts his boots up, and you see someone come to sit down and go to gamble, and he just waves them away, doesn't even look at them. Just keeps looking at Shax.
Eyes for only me.
That's right.
Can you blame him?
Alright. Getting nowhere here. I'm gonna go up to the barkeep.
Okay.
I don't feel like dealing with the gambler because he's gonna want to get something out of it.
So you shoulder your way up to the bar because it is packed in here, and the three satyrs are moving back and forth, and you manage to flag one down. Yes, dear. Yes.
Not the loud one.
Hi. Sorry to bother you on such a busy night. I'm looking for Ivan. I'm supposed to be helping him with something.
I
Little
don't.
kid. Little kid, Ivan. No.
Honey, this is a bar. There's no kids here.
I know. I'm supposed to meet him somewhere around this area. He wanted help with something.
Well, you should not be meeting children at a bar or this late
I
at night.
didn't-
That's a little odd, sweetie.
Yes, it is. It's not my decision. I'm sorry. I just didn't know if anybody knew of him or where he is, so I could get in contact with him, talk to his parents or something. I don't know.
No, sorry, dear. No kids here. It's a bar. Again.
Apologies to bother you. Enjoy your night.
Of course, of course. You want a drink?
I don't know if I'm staying. I gotta deal. Kid wanted help with something. I wanted to talk to his parents. he ran off. I don't know. I gotta figure this out.
Good luck.
Thanks.
And she just immediately bustles back and. Yes, drink.
Did she seem like the word Ivan pinged anything?
Roll an insight. At disadvantage.
At a straight roll.
You have advantage on those two? Jesus Christ.
Perception checks, insight, and initiative.
Fucking druids.
Druid
Good
geared
gracious.
well. So is 6 on the die, but that's still 14.
No. Seemed fairly straightforward.
Okay. We're gonna have to deal with him.
Yep. Is he the one that's gambling?
You don't know, you haven't asked.
I'll make my way over to Shax while attempting to continue to hide my face from the one eyeing Shax, so that he only sees the back of me. And I have my hood up, so I'm trying to make sure that he does not see my face.
Okay. So you make your way over to Shax, trying to
Yep.
be inconspicuous to this individual at least.
Yep. It seems you're being eyed by the one we think knows where our money is.
So it would seem.
What would you like to
I've
do?
been waiting
about
for him
this?
to make the first move. I am perhaps not the one to have this conversation.
He seems to be very interested in you, though. Lord Shax, from what I've been told.
It is odd for me to be inconspicuous in a place like this.
Especially here. Based off of how well you were getting on with... what is the actual name of Alpha Squad? Because I would know.
Would you?
Come on.
They are known as artillery.
Artillery.
Well, based off of
Purely
how-
for their reputation.
Yeah. So, based off of how well you were getting on with artillery, I'm not surprised that other people would know who you are.
It is a strange thing to be well known. It is only in certain communities on the other side that people may recognize me.
You may be able to leverage that here, though. Popularity can get you places because they think they can get favors out of you later. Might be able to get our coin back without having to actually do anything. If you do this
If
correctly.
you would like, I can try to have a conversation with him. Know that is perhaps not my strong suit. I'm more of a talk more of a do than a talk person.
And I understand that, but you may be our only leverage. I can come with. But
Save me, Obi-Wan. You're my
I-
only hope.
I don't know how well I will do here. And I kind of like pull the cloak aside just a little bit to show the side of my emblem and just kind of like gesture it towards Shax with the guy directly behind me so he doesn't see me. He doesn't see the symbol.
Mm.
Very well.
And yeah, Jax will wander over to Grigori's table.
Okay, he puts his feet down and leans forward on the table. Hello. I was hoping you'd come and take a seat.
Jax hasn't sat down yet. He's like approaching like the table, and just stands.
It seems that I gathered your attention. Are you interested in the armor or more?
I'm interested in a gaming partner. Please. And he gestures to one of the 3 seats.
I have nothing to wager, I warn you.
Everybody has something to wager.
Nothing willing to wager.
Well, then maybe we could just play for fun.
I would like that.
And he'll take the seat.
Sure. And will your friends be joining us? And he lifts up his hand and points like this, and you notice he has 6 fingers. But his pinky and his thumb point at Jem and Zaros on opposite sides of you.
That is their choice.
And he looks at each of you, dazzling with white smiles. Come on.
I stay standing behind him. I'm all set, thanks.
Do I notice them? Well, I'm still
Yeah,
kind of.
he with how you were going through, you caught this and you watched him point right at you.
I'll go and sit down.
Excellent, excellent. Would you all care for a drink? Something to eat?
Like to eat would not be bad.
Perfect. Either of you?
I'm fine.
The food does sound good.
Excellent, excellent. All right. You're an elf, aren't you? I can tell by your voice. Vegetarian?
No. Anything is fine.
Excellent. Oof. Interesting. I like it. I like it. And he waves to the bar and just does one of these. Yes. Food and drinks will be over shortly. I assume ale is all right.
It is appreciated.
Oh, yes, please.
Perfect. And one will come for you too, dear, but you seem more like a wine drinker. And he turns back to Shax and crosses his hands, and you see that there is also a 6th finger on his left hand as well.
I don't know. I picture Jem as more White Claw girl.
Big business, big business.
Big business.
Oh man, the story's about last night, but anyway. Right. Shall we try our hand at fate while we wait for food?
I would love a friendly game. I will
Excellent.
warn you, I know nothing about how to play. So, as much skill as you have, it will be even more apparent here.
All in good fun. I'm happy to teach. And he goes about to explain the rules, and I'll dumb it down. All you're going to do is you're going to wager, roll the d12. Don't tell anybody what you got. We're essentially playing Hand of Fate is Texas Hold'em. And just higher up on the 12 is, 12 is as good as you get, so whoever has the highest at the end wins. And you can
Okay.
bluff. And I will say, if you're ballsy, you can try sleight of hands to re-roll and try to get a higher hand. It essentially lets you roll at advantage, but you have to pass a right perception check, and if you fail, you'll be caught on cheating. So, is just Shax playing?
I'll play.
Okay.
I am eyeing him. I want to watch him
All right.
Like a hawk.
like a hawk.
You are welcome to do so. These. Not bad, not bad. And yeah, okay. Has everybody rolled?
Yep.
All right. So he deals out cards, flips over the 3, and I don't know. You can react however you want. However high your roll is, it dictates everything. It's how good your hand is in general, based on
Wait,
everything that comes up.
What are we playing currently?
Just roll a d12,
Oh, D12.
and the higher the d12, the better your hand. So we don't have to try and actually remember straights and flushes and all that. If you got a fucking 12, what is that? A royal straight flush or whatever the fuck it is, it's the best hand possible. Because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
there's 12 possible winning hands in Texas Hold'em or whatever. So, the higher up you are, it's just how good whatever cards came down mixes with yours. So, after they're dealt, you can now try to sleight of hand roll again if you'd like. But he smiles, looks at his cards. How's everybody feel? And he's explaining the rules.
Yep.
Now this is where we would check, call, raise, all the different things. If you're feeling confident in your cards, you would raise.
How about a bet?
I thought we were just playing for fun.
Oh, you don't want to bet at all?
I always want to bet.
I was just playing for fun.
Yes. Your friend here says he has nothing he's willing to gamble. Do you?
I have something that you might find interesting.
I like interesting. Money's better, but interesting's always good. What do you have?
I will pull out the necklace and set it on the table.
That is lovely. Shoddy craftsmanship. Looks like it's made in bulk. But the resources made from it are good. Where would you get such a wonderful thing? I've never seen anything like this.
Well, maybe if you win, I'll tell you.
Alright. Well, with that, I'll call. And he brings his hand forward, and as he places his hand, coins just are then on the table. Didn't see him reach into a coin purse or anything.
I'm keeping an eye on his cards, making sure they don't shift, change.
Roll me a perception check.
Come on, I can't help you with this, guys. Sorry. My perception, that's a 9.
Gotcha. So you go through, and you don't see him move anything. And that gold, it just must have had it in his hand. But he just puts forward 3 gold pieces to match your thing. He goes, "You have more to wager, or shall we just test with his hand here?"
How much gold did I get from playing the other guy?
I'd say you probably got, like, honestly, like 10 silver.
Cool. I'll put forward the 10 silver.
Alright.
Where did you get money?
Well, I gambled. I won a couple times.
Oh. All right then.
Grigori puts 1 more gold down and flip the cards, and now everybody reveals what they got.
I rolled a 12.
No way.
Yeah, I did.
I got a 7.
He got a 9. So, with advantage, because he managed to roll the sleight of hand underneath Jem's nose.
Damn. Yeah.
Figured.
Uh,
My passive's great, but like I'm looking for it and then I have to roll and it's just shit at that point.
So, oh, would you look at that? Well done. Well done. Best hand you can get. And he slides the gold over to you.
Okay, I'll take it.
Shall we play again?
How about this time over information?
Information. Sure.
We are looking for somebody. And if you win, I'll tell you how and where I got this necklace.
And if you win, what is it you seek from me?
Well, we are after what's his name, Jim?
Ivan.
Ivan, a little street urchin that stole some money from us, mostly me, and I want it back.
Terrible, terrible. First time to the city and you getting robbed. How awful. Well, I don't know if I know this Ivan, but if you win, I'll tell you everything I can.
That is fair.
At that time, the food is brought to you. A couple flagons of ale, a tall, finely sculpted glass with like a silver stem glass of deep, deep red wine, and 3 huge pieces of roasted pork. Mixing of like Brussels sprouts and other veggies just heaped in with it. And please, dig in. Food is delicious. Beverages are to die for. Shall we play again for your information?
Let us play.
Perfect. Jim, are you still actively watching?
Can Shax roll
Oh,
even
yeah.
though he is not like playing? He's just playing
Yeah,
for fun.
you're just playing for information. If Shax would like to, Shax can put forward information that he's willing to do to put in as a hand.
Yeah.
No, he's just looking to play for fun. Like he is the furthest thing from a gambling man. He's just liking learning how to play the game.
Gotcha. So, Jim, still actively watching.
Actively watching.
Perception check.
Please speak better. Speak better.
Yeah,
Oh, boy,
just be
nine.
glad that I'm giving you chances to roll again.
I would like.
Much
I would
better.
like to attempt to do the card thing.
To cheat.
Cheat. Yeah.
Okay, so roll a sleight of hand.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you get?
What's the total? I rolled a natural 16 plus 3.
19,
I got a 21 for my perception.
21. So you see Zaros try to
Cheat.
cheat, catch his cards, whatever. I don't, I'll assume Zaros has a pack of playing cards and tries to cycle him in, and you catch it. And so does Grigori. With a natural 18 on the die on his perception check. And his hand shoots out and grabs your wrist. Now, this is just a friendly game, lad.
I'll put it down.
Attaboy.
Now, did I see him cheat?
No.
I'll go back
Did
to
he?
my original roll.
Yeah, that's the real question. But did he?
You did not notice anything.
Yes, I know. But did he?
We shall see.
Cycles through the cards. So, what brings you all here? To the Alabaster City at this time of tension?
Born and raised, came back to see family.
Oh, family's so important. And you?
We're just here with her.
Hmm.
She has something she
I have-
wants us along with.
I have work. for them.
Honestly, I have so little details about what we're doing here.
I see, so you're in charge, dear. And you, my large strapping friend, just following orders like a good soldier.
Don't have much better to do right now. Our last mission ended. And, well, just finding our way at this point.
Waiting to go back home.
I see. Jem, with your passive insight, I will say to you that you as a player may not have picked up on. Grigori has mentioned a couple times little bits of information that you haven't provided.
Right.
He
That
just
first
called-
time to the city and things
Yeah.
like that.
Shax is like good soldier. Yep. This
Yeah.
is not information you've given him.
Oh
I
yeah.
figured just soldier because I look like a soldier.
No,
Yeah, you-
no, he
You look
knows
like
more
an
than-
adventurer.
So seeing how you know so much about us, about us having to say it, maybe describe yourself a bit so we may learn in kind.
Power of observation, dear. That's how you gamble. My name is Grigori. I like to frequent this bar. I like to play games of chance. It exhilarates me.
And the
Do I ask you about your body? Little blue flames in your hair? I was born with an extra finger. Or two, and he wiggles one of his other digits.
mm-hmm.
Would you like to see my toes too?
No, it's fine. Just curious.
Born and raised in Alabama.
I am what you would call
My uncle brother.
My sister cousin.
Yo, no. Nope. Jesus. Gem, roll me a persuasion check. And anybody who would like to assist can try and assist.
Yeah.
And these
I
Forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, he seems interested in me. I hope that he's like happy that he's teaching someone else how to lose their money. So like I've done my best to be like a good sport and like be interested in how we're playing.
That has been good, so yeah. I'll say, Gem, you got advantage, or somebody else can roll on the side as well. Whatever you'd like.
I wouldn't mind the advantage since I got a 4.
I do not persuade.
Does
I
Zara
don't really
persuade?
persuade
Yeah,
either.
just take the advantage. Yeah, you probably have the highest of all of us.
I also am rolling everything with disadvantage right now, so
Yes. So is actually no, so is Gem, so that'd be a straight roll, I'm sorry. So whatever the first
Well,
roll was.
I did with disadvantage at first, and then then you gave me the advantage, so I just
Yeah,
re-rolled.
just re-roll a straight roll, yeah.
Yeah, so I just re-rolled, so it'd be a 13.
13. Okay.
I'm gonna use my last genius
Use it for this.
thing. I mean, this is important for. Wait, no, what? We're not asking about the kid, are we?
She just
No.
asked about his fingers.
Fingers.
Oh no, never mind. I thought.
I say we haven't even gotten the information we need
No,
yet.
no, never mind, never mind. I'm not gonna use it yet.
I take it back.
Good man.
Say, he looks at you and goes, just call it a lucky blessing, I guess. Makes playing cards easier. Get to hold my hand easy. And, Jim, with your passive perception, though you haven't been able to see him cheat, you have noticed that though he is attentive and looks at each of you as he speaks to you, his focus always shifts back to Shax.
Yeah.
Even while he's shuffling and dealing, he just seems to be looking at Shax. But you go through the hand, and now everybody can reveal what they got.
I got a 9.
Okay. Shit.
11.
Before I cheated.
Shax, you win.
Nice.
He got a 10. Look at you.
Yo.
Picking up on the rules quick. Shax.
I believe it is called luck, but it is enjoyable as a game.
Good fortune favors those who deserve it most. Well, sorry, friend. You didn't win, so you don't get your information. But I'm more than happy to play another hand.
Yeah, technically you both lost, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically, neither of you lost the information that you wagered originally, so you can technically go again.
And
What?
you,
Let's
We may as
go
well.
again. Let's go again.
young lady, would you like to join us for this hand?
No, I'm fine watching. Thanks.
No fun.
She likes to watch.
Kinky. Right.
Yeah, you hear a quiet
Damn it.
from under from inside a Shaq's helmet.
Jim, perception
Yeah.
check.
Finally. So that is where's my perception? Perception. So my perception flat roll. So it was a natural 20 for a total of 24.
Nice.
Okay.
Let me see this bucket cheat.
So you don't see him do anything. But there's this brief moment where you see quite literally just apparate into his hands. Like he's holding his hands. 3 cards. 2 cards, sorry. This is right off the rip. You see a 3rd card apparate and another one disappear.
I thought cheating wasn't allowed.
Cheating? I would never cheat.
I saw that card appear, and the other one you didn't like vanish.
Oh, you think I would do such a thing? And he lays his hand down. And based on what is there, it is he literally has nothing. It is, he makes no, like, he doesn't even have a pair.
Doesn't change what I saw.
I think you're seeing things, dear. I wouldn't cheat to lose. Makes no sense.
Well, it doesn't matter, and I lay down my cards. I rolled another fucking 12.
Amazing.
Wonderful. You are very skilled, young one. Shax, what'd you get?
A 1.
So,
That's why you got the damn it from inside his helmet.
Damn it.
he got a 2, so quite literally neither of you have anything at all.
Yeah.
And he looks at you, Zaros. Bet's a bet. Promise made is a promise kept. Promise broken is death. What do you
Is
want
that
to
just
know?
what people say around here? Is that a mantra?
The law of the Feywild.
Ah,
So, what would you like to know?
What do you know about these street urchins within the bowl?
That may have come across a coin purse or 2 earlier in the day.
I know many things about the street urchins, as you call them. And they've come across quite a few coin purses in the last day. Specifics, please.
Mainly, there is one that quite a bit of sum.
Platinum.
Yes.
With 2 other coin purses, one awfully shoddy, one with, and he looks right at Gem, a modest sum, but done up to look like it's got more than it's worth.
the shoddy one is mine. Yes.
Weathered and well-worn, Shax. Weathered and well-worn. Soldier does not require much.
Also, one other thing of information. How do you know our names when we never told you?
Told you. Power of observation. That's how you gamble. You speak to each other. I listen.
People know me. I'm used to it at this point.
You are very well known.
More than I expected here, honestly.
You gave quite a lot. And your sacrifices meant many.
Others have
people-
given more.
Others have given more, yes, but many came through here and were able to live their lives. Very few led the fight, sacrificed and protected, while others retreated to safety. Your sacrifice, yours specifically, Shax, led to, and he gestures around, none of these people would be here if not for you. Whether you are too modest to admit it or not. And yes, I know others helped. But the light of Tamora shines through on all of us. Thanks to you.
It is enough to have done my part.
Well, you will find many friends here in the bowl.
And thank you, friend, for teaching me this fun game.
Hand of Fate. It's the lady's favorite.
My
But
fate on this cards was bad.
winning is not always good fortune. Sometimes it's better to lose. And he gestures at his cards. So, you seek sizable coin purses, stolen by street children earlier today, probably by the Skyport. Redhead
Yes.
boy, little Ivan.
That's would be the one.
Alright,
We would like them returned.
sounds wonderful. But we just played for information. Ivan did steal that money. That money has passed from Ivan's hand. Ivan will sleep well and eat well tonight, as will his sisters. If you want your coin back. One more hand. And the lady must sit in as well.
So you have our coin purses.
I didn't say that. But if you win your hand, you'll get your coin purses back.
Fine, I'll play your game.
Perfect. Thank you for your time. Please, sit.
Take a seat.
He deals out cards to all three of you.
Okay.
Once more,
The D12.
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 I'm also still watching him.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
You hear like another quiet. Yes. I'm rolling each time to see what his deception is, and disadvantage on all of these is making it very interesting.
Isn't it delightful?
I got a 4 on my perception.
Oof.
I
4 on
got,
your
a six,
perception.
I got a 16 on my perception, but that's specifically because I don't have to roll at disadvantage for these.
Which is wonderful. Deals out the cards, and as the cards are dealt, as this is a final and important hand, everybody, without having to roll a sleight of hand check, may, if they would like, re-roll their d12 here.
You have to keep
take
in
the
your roll.
second. You take the second one.
Yes.
That would make sense, yeah. Nah.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I took it.
Of course. All right. And with that, as you're able to roll again, you can also attempt a sleight of hand to cheat again, if you would like.
Yeah,
good.
happy where I am.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Cards are dealt out, and all right. Does everybody feel lucky? There's quite a bit of money on the line.
I didn't see him cheat, right?
Nope. All right. Show your hands. And he got a 3.
I got a 9.
11.
I got an 11.
Woo! Tie.
Ah.
What happens if we tie?
You
We both win.
Yeah, you both. When you split the pot.
We both
whatever.
win. Okay.
Technically, we're all on the same team, so regardless if one of you
That's what
wins,
you think.
we all win. I don't. It's fine. It's information.
He tells me first.
You were all very good at this game. Look at that. And see, you sat out all this time not having any fun.
I am certainly enjoying myself now.
I'm glad. Now, I believe we need to get you some money. Could have played longer, it would have been more fun. But he
Maybe.
snaps his fingers and just plopped right in front of you is your perspective coin purses. Just apparate and plops on the table.
Take it. Look. Is all the money in it?
Roll a perception check.
I'll take the time to count it.
There's 2 gold missing from yours.
It's fine.
I'll count mine the hour it'll take.
There is a single platinum missing.
Oh my gosh.
Bastard.
Just be happy you got most of it back.
Oh yeah.
And Shax.
Yeah.
Nothing missing.
He'll say nothing. Actually, I don't think Shaq's counted.
Okay.
Shaq's just like gives him a nod, takes the coin purse, puts it at his side, looks at the two of them looking through, and is just like, I ain't got much to lose anyway. If he took everything out of here, it would still be pennies compared to what Zaros has. And given what we've gone through together, he knows he can rely on Zaros to at least pay for his room and board kind of thing. And Shax doesn't need much more than that.
Let's say, yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, so you don't count yours?
Nope.
Okay, noted. Grigori smiles, that dazzling white smile in his vibrant green and yellow suit. Well, care to stay, eat, play some more?
It has been a long day. You both can stay if you like. You know where we're staying. I'll be off.
I'll
Ben?
play one more hand,
There's a good sport.
and I'll put down one platinum piece.
Now that Shax has his money, he will also buy. Actually, he'll buy a round of drinks for the 3 of us. Zaros just because, of course, and then Grigori as a thank you for teaching him how to play, and yeah, he'll play another hand for fun.
Okay. The drinks cost a silver for the round.
Yeah.
And you can all roll once again. Not bad.
So how long have you been in the city?
A long time. Many years. You've only been here a day.
True.
It has been an eventful day. We've seen more than the city than I expected to. Considering I
tired.
expected to go to bed.
Yes.
Well, you got a night of adventure, good drinks, good food, and learned how to play a new game.
Yes, this is true.
Indeed.
But I'll put down my cards. I think I am ready for bed. I got a 9.
Okay.
11.
11. Let's see. What does this end up being? Roll a perception check.
Advantage. I got an
I
natural
see.
1. I'm fucking tired.
Yep. I had like an 8.
Okay. As you say that, he lays down his hand, and it is a perfect hand. Well, thank you for your platinum. Thank you for the drink. And thank you for your time.
Of course.
Thank you for our money back.
You're very welcome. Please, keep your compasses closer to the breast. Especially you, Shax.
Indeed.
I think he actually puts it inside of his suit. I think
Inside
he
the
like
breastplate.
pulls back
Love it.
inside the breastplate, just tosses it down inside.
I was thinking of doing the same thing because I've got the suit jacket kind of style, so mine goes on the inside, inside pocket.
Alright.
That is going to be uncomfortable quickly, but I will know that it's there.
Wise. Well, good night to you, gentlemen. Good luck, and good luck with your sour friend.
Yes.
Is interesting. I imagine once we are out on the city and on our adventure, she will lighten up a bit. It seems that this is a complicated place for her, and she's doing her work, I imagine. Things will change.
Yes. Well,
So I hope.
try to get out of the city soon, Shax. And your friend here, Zaros, is,
A powder keg, it seems.
it would only be worse if you and your friend were seen here.
Understood.
He stands up, and actually, hearing that, he'll pull out his own cloak. Does not mask exactly what he's wearing or how big he is, but he has the black cloak that we used back in the material world too. And he'll put that on, and he'll nod to Grigori.
May Lady Tamora smile upon you.
And you as well. Good fortune, friend. Good fortune.
And like looking to Zaros, like, are you coming with?
Yeah, I'm coming with. Josh is just like nodding off. He's like, huh? Yeah.
Alright. You guys make your way easily back to the inn in the Oak Forge and head your way up through the tree platforms and spires and find your abode where you had stopped in earlier. You each got a separate room, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we each got a separate room, and as we arrive, I'll drop the money on the counter for the rooms.
Oh, thank you, Gem dear. Didn't have to do that. I could have put it on Whitecrest's tab.
It's fine. He seems to be busy of late, and you did us a kindness earlier, and I did not want to spit upon it by Whitecrest not getting to it in a timely manner.
You are a blessing to your father's name, dear.
Can only hope I do him justice someday.
I think you do it already. Now, get yourself some rest. You and your friends.
Thank you, dear.
Room service will be up in the morning. We provide breakfast. Fresh sheets, laundered. There are baths available. Where are you? Third tree. 2 doors down on the right from your room, Gem dear.
Sounds heavenly.
Have a good night.
Good night.
You as well.
Yes. And she smiles. And you all head off.
As we start to head over to the third tree. So now that that's done, tomorrow, bright and early, we go to a few shops, pick up what we need, supplies, then we leave as quickly as we can.
Yes, that does sound good.
Sounds wise. This is a
And then to the
beautiful
ruins.
place, but
Yes, the ruins. Should be fun.
Alright, with that, let's take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll wrap up, like, the shopping, so next session we can shoot right off to adventure. But just a quick 5 minutes to bathroom checks and water.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
So what stuff
Chat.
do we need to get?
So you are all able to complete a long rest.
Yay!
Good God.
Get rid of that exhaustion.
And
No
that is the
kidding.
first time I've gotten that reaction on letting you complete a long rest.
Yeah. Our characters are freaking tired. It was a long day.
Yeah.
We were literally exhausted.
Long.
So, morning comes, unless anybody wants to do anything during the night. But for sake of that, you can complete your long rest.
Nope. I think gonna do our shopping.
Okay, so
Yeah.
daylight comes. You make your way down out of the third spire, or third tree. Where are we headed? What are we looking for?
General supplies, provisions. Gem doesn't need anything weapons-wise. I don't know if either of you need to check out a weaponsmith or anything of that nature.
No, should be pretty good.
Say there's magic shops, the whole shebang.
Then I will definitely go into a magic shop.
I'd say you're in the Feywild. there's magic shops. Zara's probably not used to that. There's magic shops.
Kind of forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so,
Tenchi, not Tenchi. Fuck. Um, Shaft, if you would like to go to the magic shop with me, maybe we'll see if we can both get something.
I would certainly be interested in that. Nothing
I know
else is
of a-
always interesting to view their wares.
Do I know of a good magic shop?
there are a couple.
I want to stay away from wherever the Sealy Court might be. Like,
Or the Unseelie Court.
the Unsealy Court.
Well, you are butted right up against where they would be. You are in the Oak Forge, and you know the rare occasion where members of the court come here, because it is not often. Like, these are
Yeah.
god level beings.
Yeah.
They just tend to walk among their people a bit more than the gods of the material plane.
Yep.
They would be at the center of the city, or
Yeah.
if they venture out, the Oak Forge.
Yeah. So I would like to try to maybe pull us just out of the center. If there's a magic shop on the not outskirts of the city, because that's
The bowl.
the bowl.
The ball.
But somewhere not where they would be residing. Well, as far away as I can get, while still getting some good things at the shop.
As much distaste as you may have for the bowl, there's, from what our friend said last night, a good chance that I may be recognized. If
Yes.
there are magic shops out there, I'm not searching for a discount, but there is a chance.
This is a reasonable thing. Like, if we want to go to the bowl, we can go to the bowl. It's fine. Got robbed in the bowl after stepping into it for 2 seconds. So, like, if you want to go to the bowl, go to the bowl.
We will keep our coin purses a little bit tighter to ourselves this time, indeed.
It's probably a wise idea.
Okay. So you would know that if you're looking for a not in the high-end side of the city, well, there's Tal's Cuddly Garden of Old Singularities. That's
It's a mouthful.
I love
yeah,
it.
baby.
Of old singularities.
Yes. That is one of the better magic shops in the Barrow. But there is also, and again, this is specifically if you were trying to stay out of the Oak Forge or Raven's Orchard.
Mhm.
There is Hisoka's Silver Marketplace of Fair Whimsicalities. But
I'll
I'll
tell them
say,
both of those.
go ahead and roll me a history check.
Hey, I don't have disadvantage.
Yay!
So that's it. History is so 21. You're on 18. That was fun.
21. You've never been there yourself, but you also know that there is a magic shop on the outskirts of the city, past the bowl to the south. Just a tucked away little curious place. Doesn't have a name, but you know magical items can be gathered there.
I will
You want to
inform.
go a place that has nope.
Do you want to go a place that has no name, or places that have insanely long names?
I will tell you guys of all three of those locations. I'll leave it up to you. I'm all set when it comes to magic items, things of that nature. I'm set, but I know that the trip may be long, and provisions need to be got. So, general shop for me.
Like Zaros. What was the first name? I think that one just got the most to me.
There was Tal's Cuddly Garden of Old Singularities.
Cuddly,
Cuddly. Yep.
like
cuddles.
cuddling.
Yep.
Cuddles. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that one.
Okay. That is in the northwestern side of the city in the Barrow. Let me look at that one. Which building is that? Which building
We'll,
is that?
we'll stick together just in case with the unsealy port here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is the northwesternmost building in the Barrow, right in that top left corner, surrounded by trees and flowers.
Cap.
So you head up that away. Do you walk through this right-hand street that goes through Oakforge, or do you cut down south and walk the street that outskirts the bowl to get there? It's a longer path.
I'll outskirt the bowl.
Okay, so you guys
Kind
head,
of keep my hand on my coin purse.
all right, y'all head south at first, and then loop your way back up north, getting yourselves out of the Oak Forge and Raven's Orchard as quick as possible. And you make your way, let me look at it, to the front of a very odd building. It looks almost like a circus tent. There is canopies that stretch out nice and wide around a small central hut, and there are colorful streamers that float and kind of just serpentine through the air above it. Not attached to anything, just kind of flying in serpentine patterns, purple, pink, blue, yellow, and green, just swirling through the air. And there's a small garden with a garden gnome standing in it with a sign that has the name of the shop up over its head.
Nice.
And walk up the little path towards the small hut that is at the center of these canopies that stretch around.
Yeah.
And as you knock on the door, inside, or you don't have to knock on the door, you open the door, and inside is a very neat and organized building. There's a center counter, just a little ring with an entrance on either side, and low, hip-height shelves that go around the entire outskirts of the room. No back door or anything, just these rooms with these cases, and it is piled high with scrolls, odds and bits and ends, glass cases with items all over, and standing behind the counter is a dwarf who has incredibly long, fluorescent green hair.
Well, hello. Morning.
Oh, hello, customers, welcome, come. How are you? You are a tiefling. I haven't seen one of you in forever, especially not in my shop. Welcome to Tao's Cuddly's Garden of Old Singularities. What can I do for you? He looks, oh, Jem, dear, come in. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Is it?
Does Shaq say that shit?
No, no.
That's a good way to get hit in the face by a dwarf.
Good to see you as well.
Yes.
How's
Well,
the shop?
wonderful, always wonderful. What can I do for you?
Not me. Gesture to Zaros.
Oh, all right, stranger. What do you need? What can Tal do for you?
Well, there are a couple of things that I could find useful if you may have them.
Yes. Tell me more. I'm excited.
Okay, so couple of different things that I might want. So looking for here, I'm just gonna make a list and send it to you. It'll probably be easier that way. So if anyone else has stuff, you all can talk.
Anybody else looking for anything? Tal, obviously, brief span of time. Tal is just standing, very excited, like beaming, just all smiles, rosy cheeks.
I'll just start browsing, just looking along the walls, seeing what I see, seeing what's around, anything new he's got.
Sure. Roll an investigation.
That's not great. 9.
9.
9.
It is neat, but it is also very cluttered. There's a lot of things here. There's a small like wooden case on the left hand side, like sitting on top of the, like I said, this essentially a wraparound counter that just encompasses the entire wall. It's a small shop. But you see one that's got like brass and silver spheres, like the size like big marbles, all carved with different arcane runes. You pick up lots of different schools of magic just kind of radiating off them. There's cubbies full of scrolls, components, lots of the standard stuff, but nothing like, wow! Like, yeah, I want that. Nothing catches your eye.
Gotcha. While he figures out what he wants, do you have anything new? Anything fun?
Fun. Oh, Jem, dear, of course. What are you looking for? Things that go boom. I know you don't need help with that, but...
I don't need help with that. I don't know. I'm not thinking of anything specific. I was just curious if you had anything fun.
Okay, yeah, since it's like what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possible items I could be looking for.
I was hoping you were counting pages.
8 pages of stuff.
I would not put it past you.
No, not that much. Yeah, just some things that could be helpful.
Let's see. That might be one. Roll me a...
I'm not at disadvantage yet.
Roll me a
Right.
persuasion
Okay.
check.
Isn't that amazing?
A what check?
A persuasion check, I think, would be the
Persuasion.
best bet here.
Okay. 16 plus 1. 17.
Okay. You rattle off these. Well, you wouldn't know these items specifically, but you kind of explain the things you were looking for.
Yeah.
It was. Gem Day, he's being specific. Let me help him, and then we can chat. Let's see. Looking to beef up your magical abilities.
Yes.
I do believe, and he comes out from behind the counter and heads down the right side and opens up one of the cubbies and starts rummaging through. And he pulls out a small wooden box and puts it on the counter. He goes, I do have one of these in stock. Lets you pour your own magical ability into it and save it for later. I know it's a little difficult to use spells when the day has gotten long and your focus isn't up anymore. And he opens up a case and it has a ring of spell storing.
Nice.
This would run you about 1,000 gold.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
Let's see. Looking up all the things.
I would say I was really reading Ring of Spell Storing as you were describing it, and like you said that, and I'm like, oh hey, I'm looking at that.
Yes, very useful thing for magic people.
Oh yeah, Ring of Spell Storing is super nice.
That's not bad. I also wish they did better, as always, with pricing these things.
Yeah.
Oof.
You know.
So he also has the let's see, these items, that one, and looking this up real quick. Yeah, you'd have that one. Got it. Alright. He has, and he pulls them forth and shows you. He has the Ring of Spell Storing.
Okay.
He has the Stone of Good Luck, which would run you 2,000 gold. But he also has the Arcane Grimoire, which it would be a +1.
Yeah.
And that one is 600 gold.
All right.
These are the ones I have. The other bits you're looking for, specialized. I could make them, but that would be a commission, and I'd have to put about 1,000 gold down for any of them, and I could take me, depending on which one you want, between 2 and 5, 2 and 5 weeks, I think. I've got, well, actually. Jemde, how long are you in town, and when are you going back to see your master?
We are actually heading out on a venture today, but we should be back within a week, maybe 2.
Perfect. If you'd like to commission something, I could start it up right away. Well, I could put it on the back burner for the moment, and your master has commissioned something for me as well, and I could, if you're coming back, I could have it ready by the end of the week, and you could bring it to him. Save me quite a bit of trouble, and for that, if you'd like, I could knock some gold off of yours, or if you like this fella, I could knock some gold off of his. Just an option. If not,
Well,
I'll hire
don't
out
mind it.
somebody.
No, I don't mind it if I'm heading that way anyways, and it can benefit us. Depends. You want to take that as part of your pay?
I will take it as a part of my pay. I see 2 items I could very much use right now. The book and the ring.
How much are you willing to knock off to get rid of that travel fee?
No, well, I mean, the ferries are a little... There's no nice way for me to say, but I'd be willing to knock off 100 gold. Whether you buy both or if you buy both, I'll knock off 150 gold. If you just buy one, I'll knock off 100 gold.
How about if I buy both 200 gold? I can pay 1400 right now.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use one of my, because it's a new day, one of my
+4s?
+4s, which will put it to 18. Flash of genius.
With an 18, he says, right, sure, 200 gold off the top, so 1400 gold, and I give you the Ring of Spell Storing and this Arcane Grimoire. Be careful, I can get you in trouble.
It is a deal. And I will hand over 1400 gold.
Alright, and go ahead and knock that price off. And he...
Suddenly, you have much less money in that coin purse.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh,
got a wee bit lighter.
just like, I've got like 5 gold now.
Absolutely. And let me look over here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's funny. So, Jem, you were looking for something new. Yes. Well, I do have this. Come. And he guides you towards the back where there's a large glass case, and he opens up one of the lower drawers because he can't reach very high. And he pulls out a what is it? Yes, a long glass figurine, and he waves his hand over it, and it changes shape. First, it looks like a large or a small. It looks like an elk, and it looks like a horse, and it looks like a griffin, and it looks like an ant, and it just changes shapes to all these animals. Haven't quite locked it down yet, but you can use this, fuse with it, speak the command word, and summon one of these creatures, and it'll let you ride it.
That's interesting.
Yes, what's
Very least.
you have to get lucky, because, I mean, and he gestures at the ant. Nobody really wants to ride a giant ant. It's not... I mean, I'm sure it has uses. Very niche, but...
Possible.
There is, and I've seen it occasionally. It turns into a Pegasus. Occasionally. I have managed to get that one to come forth for me. I don't know what the trick is. Which is frustrating the hell out of me. And I don't really want to part with it because I want to figure it out. But it's new and it's exciting, and maybe if you figure it out, you can teach me also. Or if you're not interested.
It's very interesting. But I know you. The more interesting something is, the more it costs.
I mean, like minds, I'd be willing to part with it for you for 500 gold.
DM, do we ever figure out how much money I actually have?
You know?
Shit.
Because we never did that.
Roll me a D10 or a D20.
20. Yeah, that's a 10. That's a. God, I need more light in here. That's a 16 and a 6.
I'd say you probably have 400 gold.
400.
Just shy.
Just shy. I don't quite have that much on me.
Well, I already parted with those things at a discount. Maybe if you're coming back in a week, I can put it on hold for you.
What if I promise to teach you exactly how this works?
Darling, it's a business. I'm
It
sorry.
is a business. If you ever come across another one of these, you'll know exactly how to do it.
Or I could spend a week and learn how to do it myself. I do love a challenge. I will hold it for you.
You know I do too.
I do, and I'll hold it for you. And if I figure it out and you don't want me to tell you, I won't tell you. But I'm already parting with things at 200 gold discount.
You are, and I thank you for that. It's much appreciated. I'll come back. Put it on hold.
Absolutely. And he then, no, he slides it over to the side. Doesn't put it back in the drawer. I'll tuck it off to the side for you, dear, and I'll see you in a week. And
Sounds good.
I'll have the thing completed for your master.
Oh God, is it that painful?
It's tested the limits of my capabilities. I haven't been able to take commissions for about 6 months.
Good gracious.
Yeah, that sounds like Whitecrest.
He's a good man.
He is. He's a very good man.
Good luck on whatever foolish venture you're attempting now. I'm going to get back to my items. You, young man, be careful with the book. It's, temperamental.
Oh, it will help.
Good luck. It was good to see you, Jem, dear, and I'll see you in a week.
Been a pleasure as always. And make our way out. I need to go to a standard supplies shop.
Yep.
All right.
Fine.
You know that the best place to go is in the Oak Forge, but it's on the eastern edge of the Oak Forge. If you were going to make your way back towards the the airships anyway,
Yeah.
it is that standalone green building on the eastern side of the Oak Forge. And that is known quite simply as Graceful Goods. And you would know that the shopkeep there is Ugdo, a fellow fire genasi. And Ugdo runs the best general goods shop in the whole damn city. If he can't get it, it can't be got.
Can't be got.
But there are other ones available if you would like to avoid the Oak Forge.
If both of you are willing, I'd like to go to a shop that's in the Oak Forge, but it's closer to our exit. It's a little more risky running into the ones we don't want to bump into, but they have the supplies that I need all in one location.
That is okay with me. I got what I want. You may go wherever you need to.
It seems unwise, but I trust your knowledge of this place.
I appreciate the trust. All right, Just don't draw attention. And I'll put my cloak up and kind of hide.
Easier said than done.
And Shax also dons his cloak, unconvincingly.
Unconvincingly. All right. So, no issues. You managed to get to Graceful Goods, which is another spun into a tree building. The center trunk is kind of built like a spire, and there's one branch that comes off the right hand side and has like a hut built into it, almost like one of those towers that has the second tower that comes out to the right kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's built just like that. Cords and vines tie to the top of that one, pulling it back into the main structure of the tree.
What was his name again?
Oog Do. UG and then Do. Thank you, Fantasy Name Generator.
All right. Getting there fine. Head on in.
Okay. As you step in, you are just blasted with the scent of warm cinnamon being just baked in the air. And then a sweeter, subtler scent of incense just kind of permeates below that. This very brightly lit, light-colored room. As you enter, there is 2 counters that jut out like horseshoe-side, horseshoed bars and run the length of the room. And there is a staircase spiral at the end of the room that leads up. And the center of this tree, you realize, is been hollowed out and cut into a 3-story lofts. 3 stories of lofts on top of this, and it's just wall to wall goods and items. And there are there's a elven man on the right hand side helping the group of just rugged looking folks. The left hand counter, you see there's 2 blue skinned, fair featured women helping various customers as well. And you can hear more hustle and bustle upstairs. And then you notice there's like this very quiet wind chime sound just kind of flowing through the space.
Do I know where Ugdo likes to hang out? Is he in the back?
Ugdo usually is working the upper floors where the higher end items are. You know, this tiers up. This basic first floor, you'll get tents, dried rations, the basic Joe Schmo comes in and needs it. If you're willing to walk up, things tier up in quality and price. And Ugdo tends to only tend to those who are worth his time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I only need basic provisions. I would like to say hi to Ukto, but I feel he's probably have higher end clients upstairs. Do you all need to stock up on rations?
I don't believe I need anything. I have plenty of rations.
I'm well set enough.
Good. I'll go over to the counter, see if there's anybody there.
Okay. The elven male and the 2 female blue-skinned creatures are both occupied with customers all at the moment. The right, as you get closer, it's probably like a group of treasure hunters or something. They are armed decently, but just kind of rough looking. The 2 groups on the other side, there's a man and a woman shopping, and then there's a tall orcish woman with a child next to her being waited on with the other group.
Actually, let's go up a flight. Something I might want to get. So I'll head up a section.
Okay. You walk up the spiral staircase about 15 feet or so and come up onto the first loft level. And you see there's a spiral staircase on the opposite side of you that leads up to the next flight. And this is just wall to wall. The whole circle is just shelving and just glass cases. And, Jesus.
Winds blowing, things falling off of trees, landing on the top.
Dunk.
A well-dressed drow immediately steps forward. Pulled back, ponytailed white hair, brilliant red eyes, and just fine silk. Just simple but elegant black tunic and matching pants with shined black boots. We may help you, ma'am.
Hello. We are about to set out on a journey in somewhat rough terrain. I need provisions, supplies, decent food, not dried rations or something not along those lines. Something bring comfort with us, at least a little bit.
Of course, ma'am. Anything specific supplies-wise or tastes to the food?
Now the captain likes salty. What about either of you? General tastes.
I like sweet, but I will eat anything.
Jax?
I am all set with whatever is offered. It is appreciated.
Of course.
Standard array, please.
Standard array. Good quality food. All right. And for supplies, ma'am, you said you were heading into rough terrain. Anything specific? Would you like to tell me more so I can advise, or do you know what you seek?
I want to give him a basic rundown of just general goods that we normally bring on these kind of ventures out into the wilderness via the airship. So, like any kind of excess things needed for the ship, or things along those lines. And then I want to get a flavorful treat for the captain.
Right. You and I can sort of get a list of what you want, and you and I will sort prices afterwards.
That works.
But he's in. Of course, ma'am. I will see right to it.
Also, is Ukto busy?
I do not believe he is occupied with a customer at the moment, ma'am, but he is on the 4th floor. Last I saw him.
You hear Jem give a little squeak. It's a weird, sounds like an animal. And then you see something red come out from behind her cloak and go to her shoulder. Go find Ukto for me. Tell him I'm here. And you see a red weasel pop out, run down the cloak, and head upstairs.
Just don't let this one get burnt.
Oh, you won't have to worry about that one getting burnt.
Jax leans over to Zaros.
How long has she had that?
I believe ever since we've met her, at least. I saw it poke out once.
Oh. Alright then.
Okay. Ma'am, while I fetch your supplies, would you care for refreshments, you and your companions?
Yes, please.
Of course.
Wine for me.
Yes, ma'am. And you, gentlemen.
I guess I'll take some wine.
All set, thank you.
Nothing at all. Water, food.
I'm quite right for right now. It is appreciated.
Of course, sir. I will have one of the others bring that while I gather your supplies. And
Thank
he
you.
heads off, and you see beside the stairway across from you, there's a back door, and he leads out into somewhere between where you are and the bark of the tree, and disappears for a moment. And after like 2 minutes, someone comes down the other spiral staircase. Another gentleman, not as finely dressed, but dressed in nice, simple black linen this time, comes forward with a tray with 2 glasses of wine. Here you are, miss, and for you, sir.
Yeah, take it, sip it.
All right. Thank you. And he heads back off. And then just a minute later, you hear a thunderous laugh echoing down from the upper floors. Oh, Ponta, you beautiful little bastard, I know what that means. And then it gets hot.
Oh gosh.
The room starts to warm up rapidly. Jem, this doesn't bother you.
No.
And then, as you're sipping your wine, you actually have to shield your eyes a little bit, as quite literally a ball of fire descends down the center of the tree. And standing on this fire is a red-skinned fire genasi, glowing amber eyes, short, blazing hair flecked with greens and reds and purples as it changes colors and flows. It's like almost like a high and tight, just a little bit longer. A big beard that is also just glowing embers, and you see gold piercings going up both ears, chain just dangling down his vested but open chest, like one of those, just like the button-up vest, but it's just flowing open. Big old happy dad bod belly with just a series of tattoos all across it, and his bare arms are just ringed in gold all the way down on the right side, and the left side is silver, and it's just like every 4 inches on his arm is just another metal band. Every finger has a ring on it. Jem, darling.
Ugdo, pleasure as always.
Of course, and he kind of jumps and the fire extinguishes, and he lands on the loft floor. Come.
Go in for a hug.
Gives you a hug, and as he was coming down, hand outstretched, Ponta was just kind of swirling and running up and down his arm, and then back onto your shoulder. Oh, you're beautiful. I love you. Good to see someone from the homeland.
How have you been?
Business is booming. I am... no complaints. Everybody's all stressed out about the damn courts being here, but... business is business. Let war come, I'll make a profit. Let war not come, I'll still make a profit.
You're very good at that.
That's my job. It's my livelihood, it's my life. So, what brings you here, my dear? Do you need my help? Can I assist you?
No, we have it handled. We're just getting supplies for our next adventure.
What floor are
Found
we
some-
on? Second floor. Xavian.
He's managing. We sent him with a list.
Alright. Tell me, what's this adventure you're going on?
Primordial Ruins.
Oh.
Mm. Maybe something good.
My. You must tell me more. But
Don't know much more.
that's going to happen next time, because that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yay!
Yes. So, find out what primordial ruins Jem and her companions are going to, and meet the illustrious Ukdo. Next time. Ukdo. Yes. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, beautiful men, for playing.
Yeah.
You're
And we'll see y'all
Sure,
next
as
time.
always.
Peace.
Bye.
party that rock the body. We rock the party for the dearly departed, for the broken hearted, for the closed coffin, for the cold darkness that we're so lost in. It's funny what music will do. My feet stuck to the floor like super glue, until I got a little something I could two-step to, and then I dance with the dead, pay respect to. I hope you got a chance to see him at his best, to see the way he danced when he was in the flesh, to see the way he dressed when he was really fresh, wild Apache with patches on his vest. And we're dancing with the dead that are dancing in our head. When we're dancing, it's just fine.